Welcome to Game Make Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the imagosphere and pull out the next great video game idea. I am the CEO of Game Make Corp, Bryce.
And I'm the bigger CEO of Game Make Corp, Beckers.
I'm not sure that's accurate, but our last great video game idea was the Game of Thrones MMO RPG with Nintendo Labo support. How did that go for us, Beckers?
What'd you call me?
Queen Beckers, the great and benevolent ruler of the Seven Kingdoms, mother of dragons, and vanquisher of the Mad King, Leet Gamer 420XX. How did the video game go?
Well, it went great. We really popped off there. We made incredible sales. One thing that I didn't anticipate, though, was how much money I would actually spend on the game. With the number of dragons that I bought to completely take over the entire game, I really didn't make any money personally. Too much of that extra, all the sales that went to me went right back into the into the company. And, we have to pay employees and stuff. So I really lost out on this game. And no one's really playing it anymore because I ruined it for everyone. So I'm ready for some new games to kind of pull myself out of this hole.
Yeah. That game's kind of dead now because somebody just kind of ruined it for all the people.
I had fun.
But I have the next great idea. Not necessarily a game, just the best idea ever. A subscription cooking box. But all of the food is randomized, and you have to figure out what to make from it. So, now, first of all, I do think everybody gets the same box, but every month it's going to be different stuff. So you're going to get cheese wheel, an onion, 3 slices of salami, and Super Mario Odyssey cereal. And you gotta make something awesome with it. There's no recipe, no instructions, just figure it out, because you're the next great chef, and you can make anything from anything.
And you gotta use all of it, too. You can't chicken out. If you have to combine chicken noodle soup and ice cream, you've gotta do it. You've gotta find a way.
Now, also, be like, what? I'm not going to want to eat this food. Well, good, because you don't get to. Once you are done making this great meal, you put it back in the box, and you send it to us, because we're going to eat your food that you made. And we're going to give you a grade. We're going to give you some scores. We're going to rate it on tastiness and presentation and the color. It's got to be a color that we like. We like red this month. Your shit's blue. It's out. It's in the garbage.
I don't think this looks presentable. I'm going to have to dock you 20%. This might be a great way for me to make up all these meals I've been missing. With all this money I've lost.
Oh yeah. And then at the end of the month we put up a leaderboard, and then people can see who's the best cook person of the game. And I think we'll start off small. We'll get Joe Schmo playing and stuff, but you're gonna get the big boys. They're gonna be like, man, I hear Billy Two Jeans over here says he's the greatest chef ever because he's winning at the cookbox game. So,
ooh, Billy Two Jeans.
So me, Guy Fieri, needs to play this thing so that I can be the greatest chef man in all of the land.
All right. Well, I don't know if Guy Fieri can beat Billy Two Jeans, but
I know. Billy Two Jeans has really been dominating the last few months. He's up on Twitch every month, showing his process, showing like, man, I didn't think he could really make a gourmet dish out of 3-week-old salami and a leftover pizza, but man, Billy Two Jeans knows what he's doing over there, and Guy Fieri's gonna step up his game if he's got to compete. So I think we got the esports market knocked down. We've got our
to do like a speed cooking challenge, like Iron Chef, or I actually don't know which one of those is which, but which one of those is a speed cooking competition where they have like an hour and they get the ingredients, except our ingredients are completely random.
Random food objects, yeah. Yeah, I think
cornering that esports market.
I think we're the next great esports. We're the next Blue Apron. Except you do probably need to buy your own food because this is our food. You are making our food, and it's damn well better be good, or you're gonna lose this video game, and you want to do good at the video game. And it is $100 per box.
They are expensive put together. Expensive to mail.
You gotta pay for shipping to you and from you because we get both.
Right.
Okay. I think that is a great idea. Do you have any ideas that
I'm ready for our next game?
Okay. What's your idea?
This is what I've got for you. Eating soup in your underwear. The most dangerous game.
That is very dangerous. A lot of chance for burns and.
Right. So basic idea: you're hovering this assumedly very hot soup bowl, holding it in your hands. You're bringing spoon to mouth. Hands are shaking. Danger everywhere. It's the greatest suspense thriller game of our time.
Okay. You said danger everywhere, and now I'm just kind of like picture like you're just trying to eat your soup in your underwear, and shit is just like popping up left and right, just trying to distract you, make you drop your soup on yourself.
God, probably it's a crazy world out there. I mean, people have other people in their house. What if they get bumped? Oh man. Chicken noodle on your very vulnerable, tummy, flaming hot off the stove. 3rd degree burns, probably, just never gonna recover from that.
Yeah. So
plus you missed out on some soup, so
yes, the horrible part of dropping soup on yourself. So are you thinking that it's just like controlling the hand? Like you got soup in your hand and you just kind of with the mouse moving it, kind of like if it was Surgeon Simulator?
Yeah, Surgeon Simulator, Hand Simulator, something extremely difficult to do something really simple like that. I think that's definitely the way to go with this. With more points, the more soup you can keep in the spoon. Maybe you can add like a blowing on the spoon component. For expert level.
Is it? And then I think like you'd have health of like if you drop any of that soup, it's taking your health and you will die from soup.
You might start randomly bleeding out just because you know how those games go. Right. Bam! Earthquake.
How many games are you playing where you're just randomly bleeding out?
This could be the first. I don't care. This is happening.
Okay. Well, I was eating soup today and started bleeding out. I had to call 911.
That single droplet just fell from my spoon. Slow motion. I watched it. Whoosh. Splattered. What
kind of soup were you eating? Well, it was just a bowl of knives, so. It wasn't really soup per se. It was in a bowl. It was a spoon. It's soup adjacent.
Yeah, ate it with a spoon, went in a bowl. That's soup. That's all there is to it.
Yes. Anything in a bowl is soup. Official decision of the Game Make Corp CEOs. That is an idea that you have come up with. But I have an idea. Now, I think this is going to be the next great game. I know I've said that about all of my ideas because they are all amazing and I'm really good at my job. But
yeah.
You probably have heard of the Marvel vs. the Capcom game series that the kids play these days. Now, what if we got rid of the Marvel? Because they're all Disney now. Nobody wants to deal with them.
Right.
And we pair Capcom with another great brand. Mattel vs. Capcom 2019. Now, Capcom has some good characters, I guess. Not really. They got Ryu. They got Mega Man. The Dead Rising guy. Just a bunch of chumps over there. I'm gonna present you some real winners.
From the Mattel side?
From the Mattel side.
All right.
Barbie. Thomas the Tank Engine. Barney the Dinosaur.
The dinosaur.
The great fighters of our generation. Finally coming to a fighting game. They've been off there. The Barbie's been, being a spy? Apparently babysitting, according to resources. But
At times she's doctoring and a veterinarian and also probably a fashion. I don't know what she gets up to these days. She does a lot. We could do like DLC, like skins for Barbie.
all of the outfit changes. But this is her first opportunity to really throw down and show her skills.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Just hovering underneath the surface, all this pent up fighting a power that she has always had inside her.
She's always got that smile on of a like, man, I just love being Barbie, hanging out with Ken and my kids and my friends, but there's just a lot of anger in there. She's got some rage that she needs to throw down on Chun-Li versus Barbie. So, okay. How would Barbie fight? I feel like Barbie would do some hair pulling. I feel like that needs to be a move.
I think she would do whatever she had to do to make it to the top in this male-dominated world. Barbie is ready. That might be biting. That might be hair pulling. That might be like, I don't know, shooting
What?
bobby pins.
Oh, I was like, are we giving Barbie a gun?
I was thinking like throwing bobby pins like ninja stars, but maybe shooting wasn't the right illustrative word choice.
No!
No.
That would be throwing. Shooting and throwing are very different things.
Okay, well, I hadn't fully, formed that yet.
Now, I've been doing my research. I've been talking to Mr. Mattel. I've been asking, well, what kind of properties you got over there? I'm gonna throw Dora the Explorer. You know that girl is ready to fight. She's got stuff in her backpack she can throw out. Big accessories deal. Hot Wheels. You can get all those cars with the cool flames. Flame attacks coming at you.
Spraying gasoline.
Monster Hunter guy. You gotta fight a car. You've been fighting monsters all this time. Never expected to have to fight a car. Guess what? You're gonna lose. Because cars are better than you, sir. He-Man. The greatest man of he's. Against Phoenix Wright. A lawyer. Who do you think's gonna win that fight, Beckers? A lawyer
The
versus
lawyer.
He-Man. What?
He could, I feel like he could get out of anything is all. I just really believe in the guy. Got a lot of faith in him.
Honestly, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Why have they not been in a fighting game before? They're literally Rock'em Sock'em people.
That's what they're there for. Fighting.
Yeah, they're literally a fighting game, but with your fingers. But put it in the controller, and now you're playing the good game.
Right. Right.
Polly Pocket. I don't know anything about Polly Pocket. She's like a little person.
Oh, Polly Pocket is my jam.
Okay.
She's probably similar attributes to Barbie, except perhaps more rubbery.
Could she have like stretchy attacks like that one dude?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Street Fighter.
Yeah. Yeah. So that'd be those two against each other. It'd be kind of like a mirror match, throwing the fists out.
Just like both of them on both sides of the screen, just like throwing their arms at each other. Man.
Which player can press buttons fast enough?
This like I want to play this game very like Mattel has some very good characters. I would say their lineup is better than Capcom's. Like
for certain.
Yeah.
For certain. You got Thundercats in there. You got okay, so I doubt you've heard of this, but there's this game
that
Mattel came out with.
Uh-huh.
It's this gas game.
A game about gas?
Yeah, let me pull this up. It's basically what you do is there's this green blob of gas. It's a physical thing.
Okay.
Like you pull a card.
Okay.
And it's called Gas Out is this game. You pull a card and it says like 3. So you hit the gas guy 3 times. And it's basically like that pie in the face game where it's got a random chance of farting.
So Mattel made an entire game experience about farting.
Right, yeah. So that's exactly what a toy company would do, right? This is exactly what applies to everyone.
How do we sue Mattel for stealing our jam? Because making a game about farts is something that Game Make Corp, that's our wheelhouse. They need to steal our shit.
Our brand. We are built on a throne of farts.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I'm going to get a hold of our lawyers to look into that while you tell me the next great idea.
All right. Next great idea. Not sure if you're ready for it.
Oh, okay. I'll try. I'm bracing myself.
Brace yourself.
Okay.
So this is a game where you play as a cabbage farmer.
And
your neighbor is also a cabbage farmer. And your goal is to sabotage your neighbor's cabbage crops with a randomly generated item. So the difficulty of this comes in what item you receive.
Yes.
So if you receive a flamethrower, that's a pretty easy level for you, you know. But what happens when you get a rubber chicken?
Let me see. Like, rubber chickens are kind of like stretchy and stuff. I'll just like pull it back and flick it at each cabbage. Like individually, like the other farmer's out there and he's like, what is he doing? He's just like slapping my cabbages with
this rubber chicken. And you know, it's gonna do that wailing thing the whole time, you know, like they do the and he's gonna know you're out there.
Yeah, you gotta like do one at a time and then like hide behind the bushes and stuff.
Yeah, because every time that he hears you out there, he comes out to check. And if you get caught, it's all over.
Yeah. The
cops are onto you. Cabotage is a serious crime. Know from personal experience.
Okay.
So that's a huge component of this game. Lawn ornaments. You gotta use, who knows, maybe poison.
Yeah, I mean, poison's probably an easy one. That's probably the easy level. But it's random. Like, I don't think we don't have levels. We just have, like, you start up the game and then you look around and there's an object and you gotta figure out what to do with it.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll get that like Scribblenauts dictionary in there so we can get every word possible to pop in and sometimes you'll get a dragon and sometimes you'll get
a single raw egg.
Yes.
But But you have to use the egg. You can't just grab the cabbages and kick them away.
And you cannot, if you don't destroy the cabbage farm, you don't get to play again. You don't get to like regenerate. You gotta win with what you got.
Right. And it's all about seeing how far you can get with what you're given.
Yeah.
It's really a beautiful allegory for life.
Yes, really.
Really. Next game of our generation. Critically acclaimed. I can see it already.
We're so good at this.
Yes.
Game Make Corp's a great business.
Yes. I think we're ready for the next one.
Okay. What's the greatest mobile game that the kids are playing these days?
Pokemon Go is gonna be it.
Yeah. And what's the other app that all of the young people got on their phones and they're always doing stuff on it?
Okay, well, first thing that comes to mind is like Snapchat, but I don't think that's what you're going for.
No, Snapchat's dead. They fucked up.
That's dead? Oh wow, I'm old.
Well, they did their design wrong, so they're dead.
Past my prime. Oh yeah, the last update.
Yeah. They got too big, they got cocky, and they just destroyed their shit. Not like the Game of Thrones MMO, not that one. But
nope, that one was great.
Still
great.
The app I'm thinking of is Tinder. All the young single people are like, I want a girlfriend, a boyfriend. I want to have a romantic relationship with another person. That would be a fun time for everybody. So I say we combine these two great ideas into a video game. Now, like Tinder, you're out there. It's location based. It's about what's near you. Also, Pokemon Go has that. But you do need to seduce these Pokemon. I do want to make that clear. This is a game about seducing Pokemon. They come up. It's got the same interface as Tinder, but they come up. Pikachu's there. You click on the profile. It's like Pikachu. And then interests, the powered stations and electricity storms and stuff.
Beating water Pokemon.
But did you go on your Facebook profile and indicate that you like electricity storms? Because if you don't, then Pikachu's probably not going to be into you. You gotta have common interests with your match if you're gonna win their heart.
You've got to attract this Pikachu.
So you do need to strategize about what Pokemon you need to add to your collection and kind of tune your interests to them. And like I think we also, because then you'll just go through and like everything. But I think that like on Tinder it only shows you common interests. I think we'll also show like your all of your interests. So like Bulbasaur and be like, man, this guy says he likes fire? No, I ain't about that lifestyle. I'm swiping
That's just
left.
not right.
I'm swiping left on this fool. So yeah.
Solid game. A little concerned about maybe some of the implications after some past issues we've had with the law. Perhaps this could be, at least ages 12 and up for this game.
I think going outside is really an ages 12 and up thing, so I think we're good. Like, people under 12 shouldn't be outside. I think
that's true. I was in the basement until I was at least 12.
Yes. Like, oh, that's what the sun looks like.
Oh, yes.
I thought it'd be nicer. I'm trying to.
No, it's hyped up to me.
I'm trying to decide if, like, when you match them, are they just like add to your collection, or do you have to converse with them and actually talk? Because like matching with someone on Tinder is really just like a tenth of the battle. You match with people all the time, but then like just be like, hey, and then they never say anything. So
yeah, could maybe plan some dates. Meet the parents. Meet the Raichu of the situation.
Because on Tinder everybody's talking about meeting the parents.
I mean, I saw a clickbait article like that once. It was, exactly. I figured all Tinder was like that, but
Becker's is already.
Maybe that's the step 10.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the last 10%.
We'll figure out the details and work those out in production. Do you have another idea for us?
Right. Absolutely. So this might be our game of the day. Are you ready? Okay. Because this one's incredible. This time I mean it.
This time for real.
This time for real. Every time's for real. But this time for really real. The Game Make Corp Winter Olympics. So it's going to be basically Winter Olympics. But we make everything our own and we make it awesome.
So yeah, the Winter Olympics just ended recently, so we need to people be wanting more of that. We need to catch that market while they're desperate for it. They're like, man, America won some stuff, but what if there was a second Olympics? But better for us to win more things.
Right.
So how would we improve the Olympics? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking more obstacles. So you normally, you got trees and stuff when they're skiing and snowboarding down mountains.
Yes.
Sportsing it up. But maybe we add in volcanoes.
Okay, so are they all, can we have them ski down a volcano while it's erupting? Is that a thing that
yes. Yes, we would need maybe some special skis. And maybe this is maybe not Winter Olympics anymore, but yeah.
It's still during the winter. It's not Snow Olympics.
Just because it's winter in Hawaii. Yeah. It's still winter. Yeah. It's a winter sport.
Counts.
On a volcano.
That is an idea. Can we send them all down at once? Because I know in the Olympics they go down one at a time. Can we have them all just they all start at the top? Because we can only really do this once. We can only really have a volcano go once. You can't really be like, okay, guys, clean it up, do it again.
We'd have to sign some waivers for sure, because I'm thinking we can involve some pushing, some knocking people into the lava, and while you keep going on ahead, kind of like elbowing people in horse races. Except one of them dies, probably.
This is going to be like the Hunger Games meet the Olympics of there's a pretty good chance you're gonna die, but if you win, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
More than one person could survive, but there's only one winner.
Yeah.
And most people, they won't survive.
You know what you're getting into when you signed up for the Game Make Corp Winter Olympics. I have also been considering this idea, and I have some ideas. Bobsled. Only people named Bob. It's been in the name, but we got Joes and Mikes over there and then the sleds. That doesn't even make sense. Bobsled, only Bobs. Comedy in Game Make Corp Olympics.
My father's name is Bob, so you can imagine.
What if we made every Bob? If your name is Bob, you have to participate.
All Bobs, mandatory to compete.
Every Bob from your country in one sled.
In one sled?
One sled.
I feel like smaller countries would have a bit of an advantage. Or, just ones that have, fewer Bobs. People, I feel a lot of countries might have one person in their sled, which could simply cross the finish line faster than the American sled gets. I feel like the American sled could both be on the finish line and at the start line at the same time.
Yeah, they win. They got all that weight. They could just all the weight just slides them down the hill real good.
Real good. That would work.
As for figure skating, I got 2 words for you, and I think they're the perfect thing. thin ice. All that figure skating with the ever-increasingly chance that they will fall through at any moment. You're about to do a triple axel? Well, you better hope there's no cracking under there, because you could be in the water, and you are disqualified if you end up in the water. That is how you lose this game.
Don't spin too much in one spot.
Oh, it would involve, like, that would be a must-watch event. People just, like, staring, like, look at the cracks, look at the, is he getting,
Why don't they already do this? This is way more fun. The suspense is so much better than just watching the same, every routine's, like, basically the same.
Yeah.
They do the spin, and then they do the glide, and then it's over, and it's the next spin and glide person. It's, we need thin ice.
Yeah.
We need cracks. We need danger.
And they might not get out of the water. Another risky sport.
Another risky sport.
Game Make Corp.
Maybe there's sharks in there. Maybe there's not. Probably not, because it's ice water. But killer whales, high chance.
Something. We'll have it over
at least 75% chance of orcas.
Okay.
I went to SeaWorld recently.
Now, we are going to have a lot of dead bodies from these sports.
Yeah, it's turning out that way.
Which evokes another sport the Winter Olympics has. Skeleton. And to my knowledge, the Winter Olympics, they're like to go down in a sled. That's not a skeleton. That's nothing. That's a sledding.
It's planking. Planking, that's exactly what it looks like. Planking on one of those little scooters from gym class that you did in middle school.
Okay.
Down a mountain.
We had different middle schools, apparently.
You didn't have those little scooters? You always run over your fingers? All right. You're the only one, but let's move on.
Okay. So I suggest in our skeleton event, they still go down the little hill thing with their sled, but they have to make the sled out of the skeletons we have from other events.
Are these fresh?
Yeah.
Is there still still flesh on them bones?
It's the last event we do. So the people from the previous events get their sacrifice is honored in the skeleton event, and people get to make cool sleds out of them. And I think this will really attract the engineer type people trying to fit those bones good into a skeleton or into a sled shape so they can go down that hill. It's got to be aerodynamic. It's got to hold together. And because if it doesn't, you might not make it down yourself. And then so we got one more skeleton.
Got one more skeleton
for the next person.
One more obstacle for the next rider.
Do you have any other Olympic events that could use some improving?
What do you think about curling? Greatest sport ever.
Okay.
With the whole, rock and the sliding and the sweeping. Do you have any ideas for improvement for that?
Everyone has to have curly hair?
So there's two types of curling going on in this sport.
That was a bad idea.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
What if the other team is at the center or something? I'm just picturing people just chucking heavy rocks at each other on ice. Curling right now is just trying to get a little target thing while sweeping and stuff. But what if you're just trying? Oh, Olympics doesn't have this. Game Make Corp Olympics will. Snowball fight.
Yes. And they can be painted snowballs, like snow cone colored, so that you can tell who's been hitting those. Like paintball, but with snowballs.
Yeah.
Hopefully less painful. Which is not a theme in our Olympics.
Yeah, I do think it should actually be more painful. Maybe include some rocks in the balls.
Put some rocks, razor blades, some knives from that soup game.
Take some virtual knives from the soup game and somehow make them real. And
draw our inspiration. Real inspiration.
We invented knives. We invented knives in our soup game. Created them in real life and are now bringing them to the Game Make Corp Winter Olympics.
Exactly.
So yes, I'm just, people will die in these Olympics. I want to make that clear. You know what you signed up for. We'll have a big cash prize though. Well, like $1 million. This is the gold prize. Gold medal comes with $1 million. So I could use $1 million. I don't know about you.
I would enter.
Yeah.
That last game hit me hard. I think that's pretty much all the Olympic sports. I mean,
that's all the good ones.
All the good ones.
No,
I really hope we're not missing something. Oh.
No filler at the Game Make Corp Olympics. No, people tuning out for the 17th skiing event. Nobody needs that. Let's just get to the good stuff.
Now there's gonna be rhythmic gymnastic on ice, and we're gonna have all the enthusiasts coming after us, saying we didn't include their sport.
Ah, dang. Well, they get to live, I guess. All the rhythmic.
They get to live. Oh, okay.
People are gonna die in our sport. It's just a fact of the Olympics.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Enough carnage for one game.
Okay. I think this is the one. This is the Bryce approved one. Are you familiar with the board game Operation?
Intimately familiar.
Okay, that makes me uncomfortable. Okay.
That's how I got my license.
Operation game about pulling stuff out of a person's body and try not to mess up because then they'll die and that's bad.
Right.
I suggest we reverse it. We put things into the body. We take some randomly generated objects. We got the random generator from the Cabbage game. We already licensed the Scribblenauts dictionary. We have all of the words and all of the objects. We're not going to tell the Scribblenauts people. It's we're just a license. A lot of games might use it. Maybe just one. We just here's $10. Let me have that.
$10.
But we take that engine and any object, and you got a human body laying there.
We have many to choose from.
This is a video game. Winter Olympics, real thing that happens with the real people. This is a video game. I don't think. Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't resist. All right, let's go.
So human body laying there. Now I do think. Do you think we should have the chest open to begin with, or do you think they do need to open that up? They gotta get in there.
I think it's much more educational for the kids out there if they have to rip that on and open themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You're basically in a surgeon room, surgery room, and you got all the surgeon tools there for the cuttings and the sawing and things that surgeons do. They're good at their surgery stuff. But also, so one table is surgeon tools. The other table is an object randomly generated. Every time you look over there, there's a different thing. A stuffed Yoda toy. You got that, and you got to shove that into a guy's stomach. Just put it in there. Well, not the stomach, just next to the stomach, because you got space in your chest.
Cavity.
Yeah, cavity. It's literally a cavity. Got plenty of room in there for stuff.
And if not, the that's how people get fat. It just the skin, it'll expand. They'll figure it out.
Everyone
and
knows.
Then the Force will always be with him. If you put Yoda in there.
Oh, is it gonna be like shoving objects into people makes them force sensitive? So yes, this is a video game about shoving random objects into a human body, and I mean, there's a certain amount of room that the human body has. It's a decent amount. You can definitely fit probably some stuffed toys in there, maybe a live chicken.
Yeah, right. Yep.
But I think maybe if a fridge showed up there, you might have a little trouble. That might be a little difficult. So you do have the option to like remove some non-essential organs. You probably don't need a spleen. That doesn't seem important. An appendix, that's definitely
not important. That one you can take out.
yeah, so you make some room, but all the time you do have that like health monitor going, so you do have to keep them alive. So if you're just shoving things in and nick the heart, he's gonna bleed out.
Another bleed out game.
Yeah, this one
because this is one of those games.
This one makes a little more sense. Maybe you put some soup in there. Now he's bleeding.
Maybe you gotta put some soup in there. Yes, and that will cause you to bleed out all by itself.
Yes,
soup's deadly.
Apparently, Becker's consumes the very dangerous soups.
The stock in Campbell's soup is gonna plummet after this. Now that we've exposed the truth.
Exposed the truth of the soup industry's dangerous game. I think the kids are gonna love to shove objects into a human body.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
What do we call this video game experience?
Could do.
Okay.
The Supreme Surgeon. I don't know. I'm trying to, because it's not reverse operation.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's still an operation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll come up with an object name, and you come up with a medical surgeon name thing, and then we're gonna say our words, and that's gonna be the name of this video game experience.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Sandwich.
Ostomy.
Sandwichostomy.
Sandwichostomy.
What does ostomy mean?
Ostomy is like, you know, when people get an ileostomy.
Oh yeah, totally. I know all of that.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain ileostomies to me.
Happens when like their intestines don't work quite as they're intended to work, and they gotta like cut them off at some point, and basically instead of having them go the way they're supposed to go, the intestines end right here in a little bag, and that's your ileostomy bag. That's the procedure. Is you've added a little, and now it's a sandwich sack inside of the human.
Okay, so that was this episode of Game Make Corp. Sandwichostomy coming to stores at a point in the future. Hey, Beckers, where can people find you and hear more of your great ideas and things?
Well, you can follow me at Twitch at Dr. Beckers. Or on Twitter. Twitter, which is Dr. BKRZ. Yeah, that's easy. Branded.
Good job at the thing.
Yep.
You can follow me at Last Geek on Twitter. You can go to lastgeek.com and find links to this podcast and other podcasts I do. You can follow the Game Make Corp Twitter at Game Make. Search it, and it'll come up probably.
Google it.
Or read our other ideas that are too good for the podcast. Yeah, just search around, you'll find me. Just not at my name. That's weird.
Not again.
Not again. Everybody just come. Be like, please tell me more about your video games. This concludes the episode. Thank you for listening, and have fun. Goodbye.
Goodbye.